Welcome to part 2 of I like horror movies, but I don't like the possession and like the Exorcist or, the Conjuring type movies, or I don't really like demons, ghosts, The Ring, Oculus, The Grudge, but I love monster horror. I love slasher. I like zombies. I like killer movies. I like torture. I like blood and gore, psychological horror movies. I like those movies. Just not, possession, ghosts, demons, that kind of stuff. So I made a list in a multi-part series of those types of horror movies. If you missed part 1, I will link it below. Now, let's get into it. First on the list is Perfect Blue. Excuse me? Who are you? Rising pop star Mima quits singing to pursue a career as an actress. After she takes up a role on a popular detective show, her handlers and collaborators begin turning up murdered, harboring feelings of guilt and haunted by visions of her former self. Mima's reality and fantasy meld into a frenzied paranoia. I just recently watched this movie for the first time. Now, this movie is definitely more in vain. This is a psychological horror, and it's also animated. Now, in part 1, I talked about an animated movie that I really recommend to people who maybe aren't into animated movies or animated horror. Perfect Blue, it's a little bit more animated, so I don't think it's going to be for everybody if you don't like that. It isn't super scary. It's definitely so if you're like, what type of psychological horror is this? This is a Black Swan type of what's going on type of horror. So if that sounds like it's kind of in your lane or something that might interest you, then it is extremely highly rated as well. So if that sounds good to you, then I would check out Perfect Blue. Up next is Smile and Smile 2. Once you see it, it's too late. After witnessing a bizarre traumatic incident involving a patient, Dr. Rose Cotter starts experiencing frightening experiences that she can't quite explain. Now, I don't actually really like the Smile movies, but I gotta throw it on here because this is a jump scare movie. So if you're looking for just kind of to have fun and just be jump scared, these movies are gonna they're jump scare the movie. That's what they are. They shouldn't be called Smile. They're called Jump Scare and Jump Scare 2 because it's back to back to back, and they work too. You get a little burned out by the end of them, but the runtimes they're short enough to where each and every one of these jump scares hits. And so if you're looking for something that's in that vein, I recommend them. Real quick, let me just ask you to quickly hit the subscribe button if you aren't subscribed already. Helps me a lot, helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to be a part of the show, you can over at patreon.com/Austin Kohler. Over there, you can write into the shows. I read your questions, your comments, your concerns in the videos, and we talk about them in the videos. And lastly, you can follow me at Letterboxd at Austin Kohler TV if you're interested in seeing what I'm watching. Next up is Re-Animator. I also just watched this for the first time recently. Herbert West has a good head on his shoulders and another one on his desk. Conducting experiments within a morgue at a university, scientist Herbert West reveals to a fellow graduate student his groundbreaking work concerning the reanimation of fresh corpses. This movie is wild, campy, over the top, blood and guts, zombies, bringing people back. It is very old school. It is fun. It's just super. It is very much an exploitation movie as well. If you haven't seen that before, then I think that Re-Animator is kind of a good entry into that. Highly recommended if you're looking for just lots of gore, practical effects, fun, camp. This movie's for you. Up next is the 2008 The Strangers. Lock the door, pretend you're safe. After a 4 a.m. knock at the door and haunting voices, Kristen and James' remote getaway becomes a psychological night of terror as 3 masked strangers invade. Now they must go far beyond what they thought themselves capable of if they hope to survive. This is a good movie for those of you that are very scared of intruders, people breaking into your house, playing games with you. It is not super vulgar. It's not super violent. It's just unnerving and creepy and is someone in my house, is someone not? If it's definitely that kind of movie, that type of vibe. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, check it out. Next on the list is Sinister. Once you see him, nothing can save you. True crime writer Ellison Oswald is in a slump. He hasn't had a bestseller in more than 10 years and is becoming increasingly desperate for a hit. So when he discovers the existence of a snuff film showing the deaths of a family, he vows to solve the mystery. He moves his own family into the victim's home and gets to work. Now, Sinister could potentially be seen as more like a ghost horror type movie, so I want to let you know, because I know that's exactly what this list is trying to avoid. But for me, it's more of like a Texas Chainsaw, Saw, Hostile type, guy killing people type of movie. So if that sounds like I said, it could be a little bit ghosty, but for me, it's not quite that. So know that going into it. It's also has been touted as the scariest movie of all time. I don't know how true that really is, but a lot of people actually do feel that way. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, and you haven't seen it yet, I'd check out Sinister. And last on the list is Creep. $1,000 for one day, looking for work. Aaron comes across a cryptic online ad, $1,000 for the day, filming service. Discretion is appreciated. Low on cash and very naive, he decides to go for it. He drives to a cabin in a remote mountain town where he meets Joseph, his cinematic subject for the day. Joseph is sincere and the project seems heartfelt, so Aaron begins to film. But as the day goes on, it becomes clear that Joseph is not who he says he is, and his intentions are not all pure. The name says it all. Creep is so unnerving and so creepy. It was honestly super hard for me to get through. I mean, like the whole time I was like, dude, what is, I felt so gross the whole time watching it. It's all like handheld, shaky cam, like found footage style. It's low budget filling, but it's really creepy and it's really good. So if you're looking for something that's kind of got, like there's some jump scares in it, but there's kind of like this unnerving, gross, creepy feeling, and you haven't seen Creep. I haven't seen the other ones. I think there's 3 and I haven't seen the other 2. Creep is for you if you're looking for that kind of that just gross, creepy vibe. How many times can you say creep? Am I right? Thank you so much for watching my video. What movies did I miss? Let me know in the comments below. I drop new videos every day, so I will see you tomorrow. See ya.